really the solar eclipse is all about letting it go. Like it's just not going to work anymore. What's not going to work is just not going to work.
Hi, I'm Lee.
And I'm Ronnie.
And welcome back to Jupiter Juice, your cosmic check-in for all things astrology, pop culture, and spiritual self-discovery.
Yes. And on this episode, we're going to talk about the solar eclipse coming up on the 21st. The astrology coming up in general is we thought it was
Hold
hard.
on to your britches.
That's not like, oh!
Turbulence.
We need the elbow emoji when that's on fire.
Right.
I mean, I feel like you know what? I feel like this is so repetitive.
Yeah.
It's so repetitive. It was like, oh, the astrology this week is going to be crazy. Because this entire year has been freaking psychotic.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's a 9-year.
Yeah, it is a 9-year. It is a 9-year. 9 is a big number this year.
Martian ruled.
Yes, Martian ruled year. Martian ruled year. I mean, you got to burn it all down, right? In some form or fashion. I just hope it burns the right way.
Yeah.
So far, I don't know if I have much hope. But
I do. But it's because along with like major things that happen in the history of the United States, like these major transits that we're going to talk about in the video, after that always comes an ushering in of kind of getting better. Like you have to admit, like we're different than we were when we were founded as a country, and it is better.
Yeah.
You know, like we're getting better and better, but it's like it doesn't come without a bunch of destruction and a bunch of war, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And strife. So we're just happen to be born at a time where there's a lot of strife right now.
Yeah, we're not in the middle. We're not in the middle.
Yeah.
We're like at the beginning.
Yeah.
The pioneers, because we are, that just made me think about something. When they talk about the 80-year cycle, I feel like kind of this Uranus and Gemini transit kind of, I don't know.
84 years.
Yeah, it's 84 years. So, and I think, it kind of follows that 80-year cycle. It's like society starts over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we're at the brink we're on the brink of that.
Yeah. And it's the Uranus return of the United States.
Yeah.
So it's like you're reinventing yourself as a country.
Yes.
Let's reinvent. Let's burn it all down.
Well, like and start over. It's like, ooh. Speaking of burning it all down, starting over, this solar eclipse. The solar eclipse in Virgo. Really, the solar eclipse is all about letting it go. Like it's just not going to work anymore. What's not going to work is just not going to work, and it's either you have to get with the program and accept the fact, or deal with the consequences. Regardless, it's going to change and it's going to be dismantled. Yeah. Whether that's the way of thinking, the way you're living, your society that the society that we're living in, and we see it like on a grand scale. We're seeing it currently, like in Nepal, and the situation going on over there, in London, I think London, England, with the 100,000 people protest in favor of CK. If you don't know who CK is, get with the program. Be on social media. I don't know what to say. But like the events of last week, with that individual getting going bye-bye. Sayonara.
I had that thing in my head like fireworks popping, don't pop me. I don't know.
But yes, that individual no longer being here on this realm, it definitely, I feel like, is a catalyst for what's going on worldwide. Yeah. And it happened between two eclipses. So
he like literally, and it's like with the lunar eclipse in Pisces, I saw somebody post about decans and how, did you see that post? It was like on this specific, it was a second decan of Pisces, and a great person would die. And people are like, well, he wasn't a great person. That's not the point. Like, he was so influential.
He was influential.
Founding. So he founded Turning Point USA, which literally led to me an uprising of the youth towards alt-right and conservatism.
Yeah.
Like, he was the thought leader for that.
Yeah.
And him passing evoked like so much emotional rage and emotional, like, from both sides, from both people.
Yeah.
So it's like, boom, his death is a catalyst to what's to come. I wonder what his chart looks like.
They've been analyzing his chart.
Yeah. It's very straightforward. Dude had Mars going directly over his sun, Jupiter conjunction, which, by the way, Sun Jupiter conjunction in Libra, it makes sense for
me.
Because it's like inflated ego.
Extremely inflated
ego. Mm-hmm. Then it's in Libra. So he was able to kind of like, I honestly think like the more I'm like learning about, like kind of reading up about him and how like people think he was like a key player in the egregore thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna may or may not know. Right.
Google egregore.
Right.
Chat GPT or whatever.
Right. He was able to like play like a charming like type of person, so like a lot of people followed him. Like a lot of people were like tuned into him because he was Venetian. Like,
he was Venetian. Yeah, tipping this, and also he tipped the scale.
Yeah,
he tipped the scale a lot when it came to. I mean, he was a catalyst. He played an important role in the this current administration's election, both terms.
Turning Point is what he founded. Turning Point,
and him being a Libra. But I think it's very interesting as a Libra. He was a Libra. Mm-hmm. Oh, right before his birthday. Dang. Oh well. Yeah. We're not going to deep dive too much into that because hey, it is what it is. It happened. Unfortunately, it is. It's still. I say it's unfortunate because of like what's happening as a catalyst.
The people that are the marginalized groups that are affected by the outrage of his following. Yeah. And the people who probably didn't even follow him, the people who just were doing it for the quote unquote the lulz, just for the heck of it, you know what I'm saying? And I do want to kind of bring Uranus and Gemini into this a little bit because that is the big transit that's happening. That's going to be happening over the course of the next 70 years still. And we're at the very beginning of it. And I don't think we've really seen the full effect. We probably won't see the full effect until next year in July. So brace yourselves. But when it comes to the media, and because, Gemini deals with the media, deals with technology, information, fast information, the youth, right? And Uranus is rebellion. It's breakthroughs. It's just quick. I mean, it almost has a little bit of an energy of like the eclipse as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just a longer eclipse. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's way more major than like, like, just like a regular eclipse, because it's over the span of years. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like a big Thanos blip.
Yeah. Right.
It really is it's giving Thanos.
Because Uranus is already such an electric energy. Yeah. And then you're pairing it with Gemini, which is such a mentally also electric energy. And then you're pairing it on top of the fact that United States, that it's the return. Returns are always gonna come with something.
Yeah, something
leave a mark.
Yeah, it's gonna leave a mark. And you have to be the information is gonna be so muddied. Yeah. And so all over the place. Yes. And it's also going to be extremely impactful. I see society swaying this way to the extreme, swaying that way to the extreme, going up, going down. It's information overload.
Yes, absolutely.
It's too much.
It is.
It's too much. And, I feel like I'm learning things that I never thought I would even hear. You know what I'm saying? Hear about, learn about. And I mean, a lot of us will say, you need to mind your business and, don't worry about it. But it's affecting everyone. It's affecting everyone in a major way because I do think it's unfortunate when it comes to politics that we have leaders of, not just this country, but every country, really, it seems like our politicians are unhinged. No matter, it's just it feels like a whole bunch of siblings.
Yeah. Like, hey,
like,
I don't care. Like,
it's like, and I feel like we have, like, I feel like growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, we didn't have that much access to
the information.
Yeah. And I feel like that's why life was
messiness behind the scenes.
Exactly. And I feel like that's the beauty behind, like, just behind the veil. You know what I'm saying? It's like there is,
veils are pretty.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
yeah.
But because we have everything is on social media, like, I mean, every time they are on the floor of Congress or the Senate, it's televised, but because it can be duplicated so quickly, now you can get a screen grab or screenshot. It's flooding the timeline so much, and then people take little snippets. And I will say, some people may bend what someone says, but also it's like, no, like, a lot of times it's like these people are out here really talking about some crazy things, and I think I can't sit here and say, oh, they don't realize their power. No, they realize their power.
Yeah, they stand in it.
Yeah, they stand in their power.
The Department of Defense, I think. Who was Patel?
He is the director of the FBI.
Okay, yeah. So he's like was talking about CK, and he's like, "See you in Valhalla." That's how he signs it off.
Yeah,
that is literally alt-right chat room talk.
Yeah.
And this is who is the head of our FBI.
Yeah. And they talked about it. I don't know what, they had some type of hearing yesterday, and everybody was questioning him, and he was just arguing back and forth with a whole bunch of people and stuff. And I mean, people say he's not qualified. I did look him up earlier today. He doesn't have as much experience. He's still pretty young. He's 45, but I mean, I'm thinking like he's like CK, where CK, dropped out of school or whatever. And, he kind of just started this out of, I would say the privilege of being able to do that. But, this person, he got his, but also his background. Yeah, he's going to be educated. He is educated. You know what I'm saying? He did get a law degree. He did go to procedure schools. He has worked like with other like law entities and stuff like that. Just looking up his Wikipedia. As far as being the director of the FBI, I don't think quite yet. I feel like if he would have.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I feel like if he would have, I guess he doesn't have, I don't think he does have that much experience to be the director.
Okay.
The director of the FBI.
Yeah.
As far as his social media presence, he was a social media person. He was an influencer at one point. Like, he ran some type of alt-right podcast. Huh? Yeah, he was a podcaster.
Well, I don't even know why I'm shocked.
But also we're gonna see this as we get older. A lot of people are. I mean, hell, we got a podcast.
Yeah,
but like everyone's coming out with a podcast, so it would not be. I say as we get older, it's not going to be shocking to hear that somebody who has a seat at the table,
was an
influencer at some point, or was a podcaster at some point. I really don't see that being a like a big thing. I'm not, and by no means I'm defending anybody in this stage of the government. Anyone. Because what is this?
Yeah, I was more so talking about the morals.
Yeah, the morals.
The moralism and the ethics behind, are we doing background checks on the people? Of course we're not. Like, look who is in this, So I'm shocked, but not really.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. And then also it's like, you also have to be some sort of lack morals to even run a country.
And
it's always been that way. It was probably worse back in the day.
I disagree with that.
For this country?
For this country, yes. No, I agree.
I was like, for
this
America.
Country wasn't founded. No. But I'm saying you don't have to
No. I'm
saying like, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, in modern day. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
and like, yeah.
I mean, we do have smaller countries you know. But I think if the whole catalyst is wanting power, as we were talking about off camera, there's no moral in that.
Yeah. Well, I just think people also don't have a relationship to power. And I think we are learning as a society how to have a better relationship with our own power. But I don't think a lot of people have a healthy relationship to their own power.
Yeah.
And that manifests as trying to garner it in any way you can and outsource it from material things, or even just like from embracing and embodying certain thought forms that you feel make you powerful.
Yeah.
And I think that is the problem with these two different schools of thoughts that we're kind of seeing right now when it comes to like left and right.
Yeah.
Even though there is such a weird blending of the left and right energies we see, which is like, what the hell? Like, it's a weird blending. But I think if we scale it back even more, it's really about power. And it's about, you know, I know in my spiritual journey, that's the first thing that was ingrained in me. Like, you have to find that within yourself, period.
Yeah.
Or else you are going to be controlled by a lot of things around you.
Yeah.
So if you don't find that power within and embrace it and grasp it, then you're going to be grasping for other shit.
Yeah.
And it's going to cause distraction.
Yeah, it's going to cause a distraction. The Ouroboros, what do they call it? The Ouroboros?
Ouroboros.
Yeah.
My R's, I have trouble.
Yeah.
With my R's.
But it's like the head eating the tail, right? And it's like you're biting yourself in your own behind. And that's what I think that's the stage we're in right now, especially on American soil. It's unfortunate. I feel like this is just the beginning. I feel like over the course of the next year, it's going to, a lot of things are going to come to a head. I do feel like the divide, I wouldn't say it's unnecessary, but it is necessary in a sense to kind of like come to a head and just, you know, have our tower moment. The US needs a tower moment.
Yeah. The ultimate tower
moment. And
that printed on shirt.
I feel like that's what's happening right now. Things are starting to burn. Buildings are starting to burn. Ideologies are starting to burn. A lot of people are realizing, like, you know, of course, false media rhetoric. False rhetoric through the media. But how to deal with this eclipse on a individual basis?
Yeah. So for me, body. Focus on grounding in your body in a way where it's like you're not overworking, I think. Because the South Node is in Virgo. Overworking, but also kind of like going through things, detailing them, and, you know, like leaning into like the skill of the South Node, because it is like a natural skill. It is a natural skill. So it's like you don't want to throw it out completely.
Yeah.
I don't know. But just focusing on the balance between being in your body and being in your mind and in your emotions.
Yeah. I will also say, like, you know, I've talked about this before, just like letting go of perfectionism, letting go of people pleasing, letting go of trying to be someone's caregiver.
Yeah. Codependency.
I would say become a little bit more imaginative. Ground yourself. I mean, with the South Node, it's like a natural thing, you know, like innate energy, right? So it's like ground yourself, you know, stay grounded, but also it's like open your mind up to possibilities of, you know, really leaning into imperfection and just, you know, allowing that and just let it go. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And I think that's the biggest lesson. And that's the biggest lesson I've been learning this entire year. Is like things change, your viewpoints change, your thoughts change, your career changes. You know, it's hitting my midheaven. So it's like,
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. Like maybe I'm not gonna be. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that. Actually, bump that. My imagination is gonna be I'm just gonna let my imagination, flourish. You know what I'm saying? While also just being practical in life and just like, okay, there's certain things that I need to get done. I need to feed myself. I need to make money. I need to also take care of myself. Like I need to like invest in self-care.
Yeah.
And invest in getting a massage, here and there. Going back to the sauna like I used to do, doing that. Just like little things are really, because your body, I mean, if you don't have your body, you ain't got nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Like you're very limited if you have no control and you don't have a healthy vessel to, thrive in. Yeah. And so it's just like really thinking about that and really honoring that. And just being more flexible. Like there has to be flexibility in the logic and the rationale of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do think it's an eclipse of it's shining a light on like the way your way of thinking, the way you process things.
Yes.
And process information.
Definitely.
And it's just like,
and it's like eclipses they're dark. They're when the luminaries go completely out. So it's like there could be some dark stuff that comes up during this time.
Yeah.
And I would say don't judge yourself or others for it, because it's like that's just a natural part of life. And that goes back to the power thing. And it's like part of embracing your power is embracing all of you. And that doesn't necessarily mean to like, oh, that's just me now. It just means like, no, just accept it and like let it go and let it flow.
Yeah.
Let it flow and move through you, because it's just getting filtered out. It's like a filtration system. And when you were talking about imagination, I've been watching more movies lately,
girl.
And I was not watching movies for so long.
I love movies.
And I was like so depressed that I was not watching movies. And I have been leaning into just like, let me just turn on a movie.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to turn on a movie because I'm too overstimulated and overwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
Let me literally turn on a movie. And it's that simple.
Pisces. You need to escape a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this real world-ish is honestly feels like a movie.
Yeah.
It feels like someone just like has a movie. They have ChatGPT writing a film.
Right.
Continuous like, hey ChatGPT, can you write the worst movie ever?
Yeah, where everybody suffers,
where everyone suffers and everyone's mad at each other and everyone is like,
I'm hoping when Mars moves out of Libra, this is a side note, that like the relationship thing, and just like, because I'm noticing like even in my workplace, like everybody is just like so disgruntled in general.
Yeah.
Like, well, she said this.
Yeah, it's very passive aggressive.
And I'm just like, and I've been like the neutral party in like 3 different beefs in my job. I'm like, hey, like,
oh Lord, I'm glad I work for myself, child, because I don't like dealing with nobody mess. I don't like dealing with nobody mess.
Hey guys, I don't know, but
child.
But yeah, like the dreamy Piscean energy, dreaming a new world. I think that even though it is looking bleak right now, I'm still of the party that, hey man, we're still rocking. We're still here. Humanity is still here. I'm not saying there's going to be utopia that comes after it, but a lot of like civil rights movements came after really prominent things. I do see that happening. Yeah, it's going to take years, decades, but it's happening. And, the United States, it's just they are being exposed for what's going on. Yeah. And it just has to fall. It's being exposed and it's kind of gross.
Yeah. It's just weird. It's just really weird. Weird times. I'll just say stay on your P's and Q's because I did want to touch on this. Right after the solar eclipse, 3 days later, to be exact, on the 24th, we have the Mars and Scorpio will be not conjunct. It will be forming a square to Pluto and Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of astrologers have been talking about this particular transit because they've seen throughout history that this can cause, extreme tension. And I don't know, I have a feeling like intuitively, I feel like something, I just don't know what, because I feel like it's on a grand scale, but we kind of already see it, like, especially when dealing with planets with longer transits, the energy of that the energy of that, certain aspects start to show itself before it actually comes about. And especially like this, there's a lot of activity this year. And I think because this is a 9-year, and also we have these new transits that we have not seen before in our lifetime, it's like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We can go based off of history, but this is a completely different time. Like, centuries, for especially with the Pluto transit, it's like centuries since this is even come about. So it's just like, kind of just wow, what is this? So, it could be, I would say, with any major Mars transit,
violence.
It could be, you could see violence, you could see war, you could see the budding of things. So I would not be surprised. I would just say next week, be on your P's and Q's for sure. I mean, you should always do that, but I would say next week is going to be a major week to really pay attention to your surroundings. Really go with your gut feeling. If you feel like you should not be going somewhere, doing something, don't.
Because it's Scorpio too.
Yeah.
Scorpios are focused, the energy of the sign is focused on survival.
Yeah.
And the way it survives is by paying attention to the intuitive hits that it gets. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is some type of like really secretive thing that gets exposed and like maybe some laws change.
Yeah, and it could get and its exposure could further it's like the ripple effect of everything.
Yeah.
Further the ripple effect of the events of last week.
Yeah. Something else to add on to that. So
it's like compounding until
in your communities and your groups, man. Like if you're gonna be outside and if there's any type of nonsense going on, protests or rallies, like just stay together.
Yeah.
Stay together.
Stay protected too. Like if you are a person who has protection, make sure it's close to you. Because we're just seeing things here and there popping up that very unfortunate.
Yeah, especially Mars is involved. Mars is like quick little but it's really destructive.
Yeah. It gotta happen. The destruction has to happen. It's just gonna happen, man. And then the guy from the astrology podcast,
Chris Brennan.
Yeah, Chris Brennan.
Shout out.
Yeah. He was just talking about how like, he hopes that, especially with his Uranus and Gemini in the United States podcast, he was talking about how, like we just see through history with these particular transits that we're experiencing now, it's like a lot of violence has ensued, but, he hopes that, he tries to look at things in a positive lens as well. And he hopes like maybe it's not that. Maybe it could be the other side, like the positive manifestation of when these energies come together. I don't know if the United States in particular is ready for that. I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Stay prayed up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stay, have your spiritual arsenal for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
On you. But like this eclipse is really about just letting things go and just being a little bit more flexible and practical. Hey, that's what that's as far as simply put as I can make it. That's what I could say. And yeah, man. Life is weird, and we hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know.
Go watch a movie.
Yeah, go watch a movie. Definitely go watch a movie.
Go paint a picture
and have like a purge, like just have a social media purge.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, and just be present. Be as present as you can be, because I don't know how long we'll have that freedom.
Yeah. Go post on social media, just random stuff.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
When we used to post random stuff on Instagram, bring it back.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to True Producers Podcast. We will see you guys next time. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
All right, bye.